Hey, welcome back. My name is Sequita Collins. I am the founder of Trust Your Path. And we are on day 5 of the Transform Your Life Challenge. I am so excited. I cannot believe we're on day 5. So today we're going to talk about healing. I have my notes in front of me. And I'm going to tell you why. We're going to talk about healing because healing is extremely important. Healing is a prerequisite, it is imperative, it is necessary, and it is mandatory for the process of transformation to see long-lasting change. I mean, healing can open up your life to a whole new opportunities. And yet many of us do not even deal with a lot of the things that we've been through. And a lot of the reason why is because guess what? We are taught that we have to get back up and we have to keep moving after a divorce, after a loss, after an extreme change in our life. Most of the times we get back up and we just keep going. And what happens is we don't deal with some of the unresolved feelings that we have. We don't even take the time to feel. We don't even take the time to cry, to scream, about how we feel and what is going on with us. And what happens is, like right now, and at the time that I'm recording this, we're dealing with a lot of things in our country, in our world. We're dealing with the pandemic, where a lot of us have been isolated. We're inside our homes, and it's just we've had some of our basic things and rights that we've been able to do that we didn't even have to think twice about. Now they have been limited. Now it's like the parks are closed or something is closed, and we can't, just be as carefree as we used to be. So what happens is when we're left to be isolated and alone, because we have to practice this social, I call it physical distancing, then we're left alone. And then when we're in times of isolation, many times old wounds will begin to open, old feelings, old experiences and situations begin to surface, because now we have the time. Now we have the time to actually handle those things, actually talk about those things, actually feel those things. And I will tell you this, anything that you do not deal with when it happens, I'm telling you, it will demand your attention at some time later in the past. So it's always good to actually take the time, feel the pain, deal with what you need to deal with at that moment, and so that you can be able to move on and move from where you are to where God needs you to be. And what I can also tell you is a lack of healing will prevent you from having the joy and abundance that you desire in your life. In the video after this, I talk about renewing your mind, and I talk about belief systems. And we can have as much or as little as we believe that we are worthy of. And many times we don't have it, we have less, is because we have not had the opportunity to heal. Now, I will tell you this. When you heal, healing can be the greatest contribution, the greatest gift that you can give yourself, and the greatest contribution that you can give to the man or woman that you love, that you can give to your children, to your community, and ultimately to humanity. Now, I can't talk about healing without telling you what healing looks like and how you can actually, get to a place where you begin to heal so that you can have all of those things that you desire in your life. Now, in this video, for the sake of this video, I am not talking about physical healing, because when we talk about physical healing, most of the time you just need rest. But when I'm talking about emotional healing, because what comes with emotional healing is work. It's doing the work. And I'm going to talk about 4 key things that you must do in order to foster healing in your life. The first things you have to do is identify the source of your pain, identify the cause of your pain, because guess what? In order to heal, you have to know and that you have been hurt. You can't heal what you're not willing to face. You can't heal what you're not willing to acknowledge in your life. You know, you have to be willing to confront what is keeping you sick. Two, you got to face the pain and you have to feel the pain. Face the pain, feel the pain. Which means that you need to validate your feelings and you need to feel them. You need to release them. So you have to validate your feelings, you have to feel them, and you have to release them. And what I mean by releasing, sometimes you got to scream, you got to cry, you got to shout, you got to do all of those things. Now, many times, sometimes the people who have transgressed against us may not be here anymore, or maybe that's just not your thing. I will tell you one thing that helps, and I've done this because I've done all the things: screaming, crying, telling folks how I feel, telling them off. But what gave me some of the greatest joy was being able to write, being able to journal, what I was feeling. Because sometimes they may not understand, or they may not even acknowledge that they have hurt you in one way or another. So then you scream, you cry, but I always say it's good to get it out of you. You have to get it out of you so that you no longer have that root of bitterness or that root of anger inside of you, so that you can be free to heal and be able to move on. Three, find the value in your pain. Nothing that you have been through will ever be wasted. Nothing you have been through will ever be wasted. Find the purpose in your pain. There is always purpose in your pain. What is it? I think it's Romans 8:28, that all things work together for your good. It may not seem like that, but if you flashback, you reflect back on your life, and you look at your situations, your circumstances, and experiences, you will realize that everything has worked together for your good. Everything you've been through has shaped you into the woman or man that you are here today. I will tell you this, that my parents, people who have said things that have been long-lasting effect on me, they had to be who they were and say what they had to say in order for me to be who I am here today. So there's always purpose in your pain, because I will tell you, it can evolve into your calling. How do you think Transform Your Life came about? How do you think Trust Your Path came about? It wasn't wasted. It didn't go unnoticed. It didn't go unused. I can tell you, last year, about a year ago, I said no regrets in my life. So I am not one of those people that you can come to and say, well, if you would have done this differently, or if it had been different, would you have No, I wouldn't change anything in my life right now. I wouldn't change a thing, because everything has made me who I am here today. To be standing right here in front of you, taking this leap of faith, having the courage that I have today to even create Trust Your Path, to even create this Transform Your Life challenge. Am I nervous? Yes. Am I scared? Yes. But do I know that someone needs this? Do I know that my pain and my healing has evolved into a calling to help other men and women heal? Yes. So that's why I'm standing right here in front of you today. So there is purpose in your pain, and it can evolve into your calling. So don't discount it. Be willing to heal. Because what you have to do is, when you look at your life individually in situations, circumstances, and experiences, you can miss the whole point. You have to look at the entire view. You have to stand back and look at it in a panoramic view and realize everything has been working together for your good. Lastly, you got to create a new story. There is power and creativity in shifting your story. When you find the purpose in your pain, you can shift the story. You can change it. You can let go of the old story. You can let go of the old habits, the old beliefs, and I will show you how to do that in the next video, so stay tuned. The old patterns, the old generational pathologies, the barriers that you thought were there, you can get rid of all of those and start breaking those and start removing those. when you are beginning to heal. Because, and another thing, you have to know your triggers. With creating your new story, you have to know your triggers. So that means that when something happens, somebody says something, somebody does something that reminds you of, what has maybe hurt you, you know your triggers and you know you can take a deep breath. And I'm going to tell you, as you move more into your healing process, as you focus more on becoming the best, highest, truest version of yourself, people can say, do things, and it would you can even talk about situations that normally would make you angry and mad and hurt you. And when you can talk about those things and people can say and do things, and you no longer have the triggers there, and it no longer affects you emotionally, then you know that you have healed. I can go on and on about this process, but I will tell you one thing. Allow yourself to heal. Feel it. I know it's going to hurt, but it's going to hurt even more when you let 10, 20 years go by and you have not dealt with some of the issues and some of the feelings and the hurts that have, plagued you in the past. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and I just want to thank you. And like I said, if this blesses you, share it. If it doesn't bless you, share it with the next person because it may bless them. Thank you and have a blessed day.